when the value of what you're offering is more than what you're charging, this is how you get the sale. So it's about tipping the scales in the sense of value and what you bring to the table versus just plain money. People buy with emotion and reason with logic. So being able to promote yourself is the best way. Being able to stack that value for the clients in front of you is how you do this. So let's think about your value, shall we? I've brought up 5 questions. I want you to answer these 5 questions honestly. Why do you do what you do? How much have you invested? It's not just 100% of our time doing the dog training, it's this other time as well. So it's 60% of the time is the actual core focus, and then 40% of the time is like the paperwork for it, the planning for it, the structuring for that training session they've got coming up, the research, the CPD, and time taken as well. So when we're looking at the value of what we're bringing to the table, she has just stacked those scales. Do you want to be mediocre or do you want to be the go-to expert in your area? When you go to buy any service, if you are looking at working with someone and they suddenly only charge like £10 instead of, 300, where does your mind go when you see cheap? Do you think they're going to be the go-to expert or are they going to be a bit mediocre? Research has shown us over my decade of experience that if you lined up, actually they do blind taste tests with wines. They say, oh, this is a really cheap bottle, this is a really expensive bottle. And these blind taste tests have gone, oh, I love the really expensive wine. And it's like that one was the cheap one from Aldi, and the really expensive one is the one they've told you cheap. So people do have a psychological bias towards value. Do you know your numbers, and do you know how much you need to earn per month to cover your costs? Knowing that value and what you need in business is actually something that a lot of businesses don't ever work out. And finally, do you want to help more owners, more dogs and their owners, now that you've worked out your value, to do a price rise?